So dear students, today we will discuss last chapter of the last module, that is Future of Industry 4.0. So while discussing the Industrial 4.0, we should know the evaluation of smart factories or evaluation of industries. So there are four categories or four eras: Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, Industry 3.0 and Industry 4.0. So what is the first era or what is the Industry 1.0? In 19th centuries, water and steam powered machines were developed to aid workers, to minimize the effort of workers. As the production capabilities increased, business also grew up from individual to organization. And next, Industry 2.0. By the beginning of 20th century, electricity became the primary source of power. So in first era, that is Industry 1.0, the water and steam powered machines were using. In second era, the power source is electricity and it was easier to use than the water and steam machines, and which enabled businesses to concentrate power sources to the individual machines. It means the machines were designed with their own power source, which makes the entire system portable. Then Industry 3.0. In the last few decades of 20th century, the invention and manufacture of electronic devices such as transistor, ICs, etc., which made it is possible to make fully automatic machines, individual machines, and also which replaces the operators, which reduces the effort of operators. Then we'll move to the Industry 4.0. What is this Industry 4.0? Right, in 21st century, the Industry 4.0 connects the Internet of Things, that is abbreviated as IoT, with manufacturing techniques to enable systems to share information, analyze it, and use it to guide intelligent actions. It also incorporates cutting-edge technologies including additive manufacturing, robotics, artificial intelligence, and other cognitive technologies, etc., etc. The development of new technology has been a primary driver of movement to Industry 4.0. Some of the programs first developed during the last stages of the 20th century, such as manufacturing execution system, then shop floor control, then product life cycle management, etc., etc. And here the 4.0 helps to implement these all concepts. Next we'll move to the features of Industry 4.0. So there are four features: interoperability, then information transparency, technical assistance, and decentralized decision. So before going to discuss about the key features, we can understand what is the IoT systems, the Industry 4.0 and how it works, by which we can easily understand these features. So this one is what the actual manufacturing system. In previous stage, so only this part, we can use. So here this part means where is the machine, automated machine, there is a user or you can say programmer, and there are some official workers. This part is connected with another things. So there are sensors, there are CPS with control panel systems, etc. There are servers and there are documents. These are all connected with each other. Right. So this manufacturing system is connected with the market at both the sides in the sense of at the beginning and again at the end. Okay, at the beginning means, okay, there is a need of supplier and there is a need of logistics for transportation system, right? Means from supplier, okay, we can purchase the raw material, the machines, technologies, etc., etc., right? That we transported to the actual the place. Then the finished product again we are selling into the market, means to the customer. So again for that purpose the logistic or transportation is required. So here the industry 4.0 is nothing but these all the things, okay, are connected with each other with the help of internet, right? At the same time, okay, there are some components, right? The first one is the cyber security, cyber physical security, we can say. Then cloud computing, big data, IoT, etc., etc. Okay, so these are the required things to make the industry 4.0. So these are what the industry, the key features of the industry 4.0. Interoperability means where all the machines, devices, sensors, and peoples are connected with each other and communicated with each other. Information transparency means all the works, okay, is virtually done same as the physical world, right? Means all the information are we can easily see, we can easily transfer, we can easily what we can say, mm, move from one department to another department or among the different departments, right? Then technical assistance. So with the help of the internet, right? So here the decision making is very easy. Here the ability of system to support the humans in making decisions. What actually the technical assistance, right? And then decentralized decision means at every stage in any department for any a particular problem we can take a decision. That is what the decentralized decision, right? So these are four important features of the industry 4.0. Next we'll move to another part as per your syllabus, that is components of industry. So here, okay, I have listed or I have given some what applications of industry 4.0 or the IoTs, right? After summarizing all these or by taking all these, right, we can divide or we can categorize, okay, into four major components. Those are cyber physical system, IoT means Internet of Things, cloud computing, cognitive computing, big data, etc., etc. Right. So these four components, okay, we will discuss in forthcoming class, otherwise in the next slides. Right. So before that, okay, we can see just we can look into the some application. Those are mobile devices, then IoT platforms, then location detection technology means GPS system, etc. Then advanced human machine interface, authentication and fraud detection, 3D printing, smart sensors, etc., etc. These are what some examples or some applications of industry 4.0. Understood? Next, the first component, okay, which we are going to discuss, that is Internet of Things. So what is this Internet of Things? It is abbreviated as a IoT. So it is a system of interrelated computing devices. It is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals or peoples that are provided with unique identifiers, means UIDs, and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. Understood? Next, okay, you can see what is the purpose of IoT. The main purpose of IoT is to connect the devices with each other, to connect the people and device with each other, to connect the entire system with entire system in the sense, okay, the different part of the manufacturing system with each other, right? So for what purpose? Okay, to enable people to communicate with each other and to access online data and processes. The main purpose of IoT device is to generate real-time data. The main purpose of IoT device is to generate the real-time data that we can use to analyze and to create desired business outcomes. Again, to take a decision, appropriate decision for a particular problem. We can give the perfect solution to the arrived problem, and etc. Next, we will move to the IoT applications. So there are many more applications. Okay, just I have given some applications here, right? So connected security system, for example, the CCTVs, right? So that is one of the example of this connected security system. Okay, that is one of the application of IoT. Then thermostats, then cars. Okay, you know the Google car, driverless car. Okay, how it operates means driverless car is one of the best example of IoT application. Then electronic appliances like refrigerator, air conditioner, etc. Then lights in household and commercial environments. Then alarm clocks, speaker system. Then vending machine, data analytics, robotics. Again, it is one of the best example of IoT. Then machine learning, sensor technologies, right? Means in cars, Google cars. Okay, there are many more sensors. Okay, they are work or function without a human interaction, right? And artificial intelligence, etc., etc. So these are some applications, okay, which I have given here. Apart from this, there are many more. As per your knowledge, okay, you can explain. You can write in a examination. So today, okay, this is I think so. So today I will stop here. The next part of this chapter, okay, we can learn in next class, means in next presentation. Okay, I will give more information about the remaining things. So please go through these all slides. If you have any doubt, then please ask any question at any time. Okay, take care.